Hey everybody, Rebecca here for another video, and I am really excited about this one, and it is going to be such a long video. I will apologize in advance. I recommend just grabbing yourself a drink or a coffee or tea, get cozy, because yeah, this video is going to be a long one, but I'm so excited because I have never done this before. I have never made an annual budget before on my channel, and I've thought about it, but the main reason I haven't done that before is I never know exactly how much income I'm going to bring in. Y'all know, if you've been with me for a while, I tend to get a lot of overtime, and I don't really know beforehand how much I'm going to get year to year. You know, that's just one of those variable things. And for me, sometimes the overtime shifts come with extra bonus pay. When I've thought about making an annual budget before, I never bothered because I knew it wouldn't be super accurate. But I did have the thought recently that if I went ahead and did an annual budget for 2023, I could at least use the minimum amount of income that I know I'm going to bring in and take a look at that and see where everything would land for 2023 just based off of what I expect to bring in at minimum. So I'm going to share with you guys the annual budget spreadsheet that I have created for myself for 2023, and we'll go over all of the income that I expect to bring in, my expenses, how much I think I'll be able to put towards investing, and what my average savings rate will be for 2023. I think this spreadsheet is really going to help me as far as keeping my motivation up for sticking to my low spend 2023 goal that I have set for myself. And I do have a few other financial goals that I'm trying to reach, and honestly, looking at this spreadsheet, it really does just help to solidify the fact that these lofty goals that I set for myself, they are possible. I just have to have the discipline to stick to the budget. And to be honest, I have never, since I started my YouTube channel, I have never shared my income with you guys. I've never shown my individual paychecks on the channel. I just didn't want that to potentially cause any issues on the off chance that anybody I work with was to find this channel. So I have never shared my actual income on the channel, but I am okay sharing this annual budget, including my income, with you guys, only because this is a projection for 2023. This, is not how the whole year is going to go for sure, but I think this is going to be a really good projection of how 2023 could go just based off of the minimum that I'm expecting to bring in. So if you are new here, welcome. I am Rebecca. I am on a journey to reach financial independence and retire early. That is what this entire channel is about. I've been documenting the process for years now, and now that I have this annual budget for the first time ever, I think that I am going to keep up doing this every single year. I think it'll be some good motivation for me. So without further ado, let's just hop into the spreadsheet and take a look. All right, here we are, my brand new annual budget spreadsheet. So I am really blown up here as far as zooming in, just so if you're watching on your phone, you can hopefully still see the numbers. But we will start at the top here, as with all of my spreadsheets, and I plan on going through month by month. We will look at all of the numbers. So yeah, this is why this is going to be a long video, but I'll try to go as quick as I can. So since this is an annual budget, I did have to factor in my gross income. I am expected to get a 1.5% raise in January, so I did factor that in. And again, hopefully you can't hear Bjorn peeing in the toilet in the background. Anyway, so my W-2 income from my job, again, I am just factoring in the minimum number of hours worked. I am not factoring in any overtime here, although I am bound to get some throughout the year. So for January, gross income, it's a 2-paycheck month, should be $6,816.90. I am also getting that retention bonus from my employer, and the gross amount of that retention bonus is $3,500. So my total gross income from my employer for the month will be $10,316.90. Now, y'all know I do have my side hustle income, and this is where it gets really kind of tricky to estimate what I'm going to get throughout the year, so I based this off of what I have made in 2022, and AdSense is the YouTube income, but now that varies a lot, and you have to at least reach a $100 threshold to get paid out. So I'm projecting that I'm going to earn about $700 for my YouTube videos in 2023 because that is what I have earned in 2022. I'm sure the channel will grow a little bit, but again, this is all projections just based off of a minimum that I'm expecting to bring in. So I have myself set up for this budget to get paid every other month from AdSense, which is what has happened in 2022. So we'll start out with an AdSense paycheck in January, $116.66. My affiliates, this is from my Amazon affiliate income, y'all. I mean, I looked at my income that I have earned in 2022. It was about $15, $20. So I am just throwing a couple dollars in there for my Amazon affiliate income. Yeah, I probably could have just skipped that altogether, but oh well, I left a line item in there for it. Referrals, this is everything else that I have a referral link down in the description box below for. So my Earnest referral, my M1 Finance referrals. I budgeted $100 for the year for referrals, and that breaks down to about $8.33 per month. Apps, these are all of the various cashback and rebate apps that I use throughout the year. My plan for 2023 is to only cash out in December. So I won't count any of the income that I get from using all of those rebate apps until December, and I budgeted $200 there. We'll see that later. So total for January side hustle income, $126.99, making my grand total income from all sources $10,443.89 for January. This is not typical for me, as we will see as the spreadsheet goes along here. Moving on down, so taxes and deductions, this is what I am estimating based off of my W-2 income here, and I'm expecting about $2,200 to be withheld for taxes. Bonuses are a little bit tricky, they get taxed a little bit higher. So yeah, again, this is just an estimate, but I'm gonna estimate $2,200 there for taxes. My employer retirement account and 403B match that they offer, I'm estimating $710 there for January. That will be withheld from my paycheck, making my net income for the month about $7,533.89. So we'll move down into the bills and spending section. And my fixed expenses first here will be mortgage, $735, utilities, $150. This varies a lot depending on the season, but I think on average, $150 seems about right. So that's what I'm putting for every month for this spreadsheet. Internet for me typically is $55.21, but I think the first year is at a reduced rate, so I wouldn't be surprised if this bumps up to $60. I could probably try to call them to get it reduced again, but I don't know if I would for just $5 a month. We'll see. Anyway, I'm budgeting $60 a month for internet for 2023, and gas for my car, I'm budgeting $125 there. Of course, gas prices vary, but this seems to be working for me right now, so that's where I'm gonna leave it. My food and household budget, this is the big challenge for me for my low spend year. I budget $600 for this every month, and I'm going to try my best to stick to this budget for the year. So that is what I have put for every month in 2023, $600 for food and household. Now, I'm not expecting any other expenses to come out for January for my fixed expenses, except for I do have a line item for personal spending, because this is also part of the low spend. I am going to allow myself some money to spend every month, and this works out to about $2,000 for the year. So I'm really going to try to stick to that, and this is going to include Amazon spending. Anything off of Amazon that's a want, it's going to come out of my personal spending money. So total fixed expenses for January, $1,840. Variable expenses. So attorney fees, we will get to this later on in the budget. But Sweden trips, I know that I am taking a trip to Sweden in January, and I budgeted to spend $1,000 there. We'll get to veterinary expenses when we get there, and salon, this is for my electrolysis visits. I really don't think I'm gonna need to keep going for very long into 2023. So I budgeted $80 for January, $160 for February, just in case. But I don't think I'll need it anymore after that. So my total for variable expenses for January works out to be $1,080. And my debt section here, I do owe my mom that $15,000 she let me borrow, and I am budgeting to pay her back $4,000 of that come January. The goal is to have her completely paid back by March of 2023. I should be able to do that. And as of the time that I am recording this video on December 18th, I still don't know what my last paycheck for December 2022 is going to be, so I'm not exactly sure how much I'm going to owe her come January, but I'm expecting to be around the $9,000 mark or a little over. The only other debt that I have is my car payment, and I'm budgeting to spend $555 towards my car payment every month in 2023. That makes my total for January for debt $4,555. That's a lot of money, but the goal is to get my mom paid back as quick as I can. So the last section here is the best section of this whole spreadsheet, which is the fun part, the investing and my savings rate. So for January, I am not going to have a whole lot left over for investing. For post-tax investing, I should only have about $60, if that. Honestly, I'll probably just roll that over into the February budget. Y'all know how I do on my budget reviews. But the total to investing for January, this includes the 403B contributions plus this post-tax investing if I choose to throw it into the market. But this total to investing should be $768.89, making my savings rate for January 14.4%. Not the greatest, but at least it's not nothing. So let's move on to February, and I am getting hot because my ring light puts out a lot of heat. So I'm gonna pull my hair back real quick. Okay, that's a bit better. So back to the top, let's look at February. I'm gonna hide the January column. All right, February. February is a typical month for me. Just 2 paychecks that I'm expecting to bring in. So gross income from my job, $6,800 roughly. Side hustle income, not expecting a whole lot for February, about $10. So my grand total income from all sources, about $6,830. Taxes and deductions that come out before I get paid, I'm estimating $800 there. My 403B plus match, I'm expecting $710 for February, being a 2 paycheck month. My net income for the month that I'll have to budget for should be roughly $5,317.23. Down into the fixed expenses section, this section will not change from month to month unless I have some expenses that come out semi-annually or annually. So yeah, this will be all the same. Mortgage $735, utilities $150, internet $60, gas $125, food household $600, personal spending $170. All of those will not change month to month. So my total for February fixed expenses $1,840. Variable expenses, again, just budgeted for the salon for February, $160 if I need it. Debt, again, just my mom and just my car. So for February, I'm going to budget to send $2,700 to my mom, and that will leave $2,700 in March to finish getting her paid off. Car will be $555 as always. That brings my total for the debt section for February $3,255. Cat, please do not pull the microphone. Okay, so looking at the fun section again, investing, post-tax investing. Again, not much left over here, about $60, but combining that with the 403B contributions makes the total to investing $772.23 for February. Savings rate for February should be slightly better at least, about 22%. Moving on to March. Like I said, I'm going to try to get through this quickly for y'all because all of my videos tend to be long. That's just character flaw, I guess. So March is a good month for me. This is a 3 paycheck month, which is why I really do think that I should be able to have my mom paid off by March, definitely by the end of March, surely. So that also means that this should be the last month where my investing and savings rate is not that impressive. So this is a big motivator for me to get my mom paid back because from April on, things are looking pretty fun. Anyhow, 3 paycheck month, so my gross W-2 income should be $10,225.35. Nice. My side hustle income, again, I'm budgeting to get paid from YouTube every other month. So we have, again, the $116.66 from AdSense. And affiliate income, Amazon, $2. Referrals, average for the year, about $8 a month. Apps, again, planning on cashing those out in December, so nothing there. Total from the side hustle, $126.99. Grand total income, all sources, $10,352.34. My taxes and other deductions that get taken out before I see my paycheck, $800. 403B plus match, because this is a 3 paycheck month, should be higher at $1,050 is what I'm going to estimate. My net income that I should be able to budget for, $8,502.34. Again, fixed expenses are gonna be the same. The only thing that is gonna pop up in March is my phone bill. I use Mint Mobile, and y'all, this is not sponsored, but I will plug them. I do have a referral link for Mint Mobile down in the description box below. If y'all are still paying over $100 a month for phone service, what are you doing with your life? I switched to Mint Mobile, gosh, a couple of years ago now. I absolutely love them. And I pay my phone bill once a year, and it's about $240. So that will come up in March. And y'all, I am from the mountains of North Carolina, and if you're concerned about coverage, first of all, there is no service provider that will get you 100% coverage in the mountains of North Carolina anyway. But I will say I was nervous about that switching to Mint Mobile, and Mint Mobile is no worse as far as outage spots than any other carrier I have had up in the mountains before, and that includes Verizon and Straight Talk too I used for a while. Yeah, Mint Mobile was just the same as far as coverage goes. Service is great. I love paying my phone bill once a year, and then I don't have to think about it again until the next year. It's awesome. That's enough of a plug for them though. Let's move on. So the only other expenses I'll have in March that pop up once a year is my annual report for the LLC for this business, and then I will also pay my CPA for tax preparation in March, and the LLC report should be about $203. Tax prep, $240. I looked on my budget from last year, that's what it was. Maybe they'll raise their prices a little bit, I don't know, but I'm gonna budget $240 there. And the personal spending, again, $170. So total for fixed expenses for March is $2,523. My variable expenses, I'm not expecting any for the month of March, so that'll save a little bit there. And debt, this will be the last month that I need to pay my mom, budgeting $2,700 there, and $555 as usual for my car payment, making my debt expenses for March $3,255. So my investing and savings rate section here is looking a little bit better for March, but it gets even better as we go along, which is very exciting. So my post-tax investing, if I can finish getting my mom paid off and I only owe her the $2,700, because this is a 3 paycheck month for me, I still should have quite a bit left over that I could throw to investing in March, which is super exciting. I am expecting that I should have $2,724.34 available that I could throw to investing in March. Add to that the 403B contributions and match from my employer. The total to investing for March should be $3,774.34. That is amazing. And that makes my savings rate for March projected to be 43.56%. Let's take a look at how much better it gets from here though. April is super exciting. So this is back to a standard 2 paycheck month for me, $6,816.90. Not expecting an AdSense payout or much as far as side hustle income goes. So grand total income for April, $6,827.23. Taxes and deductions, $800 as usual. My 403B plus match, since it's a 2 paycheck month, that'll be $710 like is typical. Net income that I will budget for April, $5,317.23. My fixed expenses for April should be pretty standard. Nothing extra here, so that makes my total $1,840 for fixed expenses. Now, my variable expenses, I am going to guess that this is when attorney fees may start. And y'all, this one is a really tricky one for me. If you are new to the channel, my fiance, very soon to be husband, is Swedish. So when I go to Sweden in January, we're going to get married, and then I will come back home, and at some point we're going to start the visa process for him. Now, earlier this year in 2022, I did speak with an immigration attorney, and we asked about the cost for this whole thing, and he quoted us $8,000 to $10,000. So for this annual budget, I basically just split that and said $9,000, and then I'm sure that Christopher, my fiance, will split that with me 50-50, and I'm thinking that the attorney fees may start in April. So from April to December, half of $9,000 is $4,500, which would be my half of it, and that would be about $500 a month from April to December. So that is what I am budgeting for here, but I don't know if those attorney fees are going to need to be paid all at once or as things progress step by step. We didn't ask about that, didn't think about it really. This one is going to be a big question mark as far as how these fees are going to get paid, which may affect the amount that I'm able to invest and my savings rate every month, but this was just the best estimate that I could come up with. So from April through December, we will see $500 a month for attorney fees here. But as far as any other variable expenses for the month of April, there shouldn't be anything else. So just $500 there. Debt, at this point, for the rest of the year for 2023, I will only have my car payment left. So that's $555 every month, which means that I should have a good chunk of change left over at the end of the month that I can throw to investing post-tax, about $2,422.23. Add in my 403B contributions and my employer match, that's $3,132.23, making my total savings rate for April 56.64%. And we keep getting better. Looking at May 2023, again, standard 2-paycheck month, so the income's about $6,800 there, but I am expecting an AdSense payout for May and a couple other small side hustle incomes, which will make my grand total income $6,943.89. Taxes and deductions, $800 there as usual, 403B plus match, about $710 as usual. And that makes my net income for the month $5,433.89 that I can budget for. Fixed expenses are all the same for May and nothing extra, so $1,840 there. Attorney fees, again, $500 a month. That's what I'm gonna project for 2023. And debt, only the car payment, $555, meaning I have a lot left over to invest. Again, $2,538.89. Adding in the 403B, that's $3,248.89 for May, making my savings rate up again 57.37% projected in May. That's awesome. Moving on to June. June is again 2-paycheck month. Income about $6,800 there. Grand total income, since I'm not getting an AdSense payout, is going to be $6,827.23. I will have my typical taxes and deductions and 403B plus match there. So my net income for the month is going to be $5,317.23. Bills and spending for this month that are fixed are pretty standard. The only extra thing I will have popping up in June is my car insurance that I pay semi-annually, and that should be about $520. So that ups my expenses a little bit for the month, making them $2,360. My variable expenses here, I don't know that I'm gonna go back to Sweden in June, but I may. So I'm going to budget for that here, and when I budget for Sweden trips, I am budgeting for $1,000 to spend while I'm over there. So that makes my variable expenses, along with the attorney fee that I'm budgeting for every month, $1,500 for the month here. The kind of sad thing about this visa process is that once we start it, Christopher will not be able to travel here. So it is up to me to go to Sweden as much as I can, even though I'm working, because once you have a visa process going, you can't just come and go to the United States whenever you feel like it. So it'll be me that has to travel there, and that's why I do want to account for that a few times in 2023. So with the car insurance and a possible trip to Sweden in June, that kind of ups the expenses for this month, and that affects the investing and savings rate for the month. Debt will be just my car like usual, but I won't have a whole lot left over that I can throw to post-tax investing in June if indeed I do go to Sweden. That leaves about $900 to invest post-tax, but total to investing with the 403b should be $1,612.23, and that does affect the savings rate a bit this month, decreasing it to 34.38%, which is still pretty darn good though. So I'm not mad at that at all. And if there is anything that is worth spending on, I would say that is experiences and spending time with loved ones. Am I right? So yeah, no regrets for that. Let's look at July next. July, 2 paychecks again, $6,800 there. I'm expecting an AdSense payout in July if I get paid every other month. So that makes my grand total income from all sources gross $6,943.89. Subtract the taxes and deductions and my 403b plus match. I should have $5,433.89 left to budget for. My fixed expenses for July, nothing extra happening this month, I don't think. So $1,840 as usual. My variable expenses, just the attorney fee, $500. Debt, just the car payment, $555. So that makes my investing look a whole lot better for the month of July. I should have about $2,538.89 left over at the end of the month that I could invest. My total with the 403b, $3,248.89, making my savings rate for July awesome, 57.37%. Y'all know one of the big goals that I had for 2023 that I set for myself financially was to have an at least 50% savings rate every month, barring the months that I am either paying my mom back the money that I owe her or taking a trip to Sweden. So thus far for this annual budget here, it looks like that should be possible if I can have the discipline to stick to it. This is why I was so excited to make this spreadsheet, because it really highlights how the goals that I have set for myself will be a stretch, but they are possible. And this is just the baseline amount of income that I'm expecting to bring in, right? There could also be other sources of income that make their way towards me in 2023 that I don't know about, overtime being the biggest one. So yeah, let's move on to August. August 2023 is a 3 paycheck month for me, so that means my gross W-2 income should be $10,225.35. Not expecting an AdSense payout, so just a little there extra from other side hustle income. Grand total income, $10,235.68, less taxes and deductions, which should be about $800. And my 403b plus match contributions being a little higher since it's a 3 paycheck month, $1,050 there. My net income that I should be able to budget for August 2023 is $8,385.68. My fixed expenses, nothing extra popping up in August, I don't think. So $1,840 there. Only other variable expense I should expect is the $500 attorney fee. Only debt payment I should have is my car payment, $555, meaning that I have a whole crap ton of money left over that I could invest in August. So I have almost $5,500 of post-tax extra income that I could throw into the market. I kind of hope the market stays down for 2023, y'all. I know it's selfish of me to say that, but man, that would make a huge difference once I can start throwing these big chunks of money into the market, right? Add in the 403b contributions, and my total to investing for August should be $6,540.68. That is crazy awesome, making my savings rate insane at 71.08%. I would love to see that just once in 2023, a 70+% savings rate, even still having a car payment. That's just amazing. So yeah, let's move on and look at September. All right, September, back to the typical 2 paycheck month for me, $6,800 there from the W-2. I should probably get an AdSense payout, so that ups the side hustle income just a bit, making my grand total income $6,943.89, less the $800 taxes and deductions, and my 403b plus match at $710, making my net income I can budget for the month $5,433.89. my fixed expenses for the month. The only extra thing that will come out in September are a couple of annual fees that I have. If you are new here, I am an ultrasound technologist and I work third shift, and I am registered with the ARDMS, that is the American Registry for Diagnostic Medical Sonographers, and they do charge a $95 annual fee to keep your membership in good standing, so that will come out in September. The rest of this is for Scott's Cheap Flights. I stay signed up with them at their most premium level so that they will notify me whenever there are really good deals on plane tickets to anywhere from the airports that I choose. Now, I mainly keep this just to keep an eye on plane ticket prices to Sweden so that I can plan my trips around when it's a good time to go. But yeah, this is totally worth the about $200 that I pay to Scott's Cheap Flights to be a member, because I mean, the first time I take advantage of it, the membership pays for itself every year. So yeah, it's worth it to me. But those are the only extra expenses for September, so that makes my total fixed expenses $2,147.43. The variable expenses, just the attorney fee, debt, just the car payment, $555. So for September, the leftover amount that I should have for post-tax investing should be about $2,231.46. Total to investing with the 403B contributions, $2,941.46. Y'all, these numbers are really going to add up throughout the year, and yeah, I'll show you the totals at the end here, but that makes my savings rate for September projected to be 52.95%. Again, right there at that 50% goal that I have set for myself. So October, again, a 2-paycheck month, so $6,800 there from the W-2, not expecting an AdSense payout, so that's going to be about the grand total gross income that I have, $6,800. Taxes and deductions from the paycheck, about $800 there. 403B plus match from the employer should be about $710. My net income for the month that I can budget for should be about $5,317.23. My fixed expenses for the month, again, all of these are the same with nothing extra, so I should have about $1,840 for my fixed expenses. The variable expenses in October, this is when all of my annual veterinary expenses should come due for both Rollo and Bjorn. I do have an Irish Wolfhound and a cat that I rescued from the shelter, and their annual veterinary expenses both happen in October. So for Rollo, I do like to buy his heartworm prevention on an annual basis, so that tends to be pretty expensive since he's a big dog, and that's why this is so high, but I'm budgeting $1,000 for that. So total variable expenses for October is a little higher than usual, but $1,500 there. Debt payment, just the car, $555. That means post-tax investing got hit a little bit, but I should still have $1,422.23 left over that I could invest. Adding in the 403B, that means $2,132.23 to investing for October, and my savings rate is still 42%. So that's pretty good. You know, a little extra income from somewhere in October and I could still possibly reach that 50% savings rate. So who knows, maybe I'll get a little overtime or something in October and I can bump that up. We'll see. Looking at November, we're almost done here. If y'all are still with me, you're awesome. November, a 2-paycheck month, so $6,800 from the W-2. Expecting an AdSense payout in November, so my grand total gross income should be about $6,950 for the month of November. Taxes and deductions from the W-2, $800 there. My 403B plus match, $710 there. My net income that I can budget for should be $5,433.93 in November. The fixed expenses, nothing extra, $1,840 there. Variable expenses, I budgeted for another Sweden trip in November. November is my birthday month, so, you know, it would be nice to go over there for my birthday. We'll see. Hopefully I won't have any issues getting time off, but yeah, so the $500 attorney fee and $1,000 for a Sweden trip again, if I can swing it there. That's $1,500 for variable expenses. Car, $555 as usual. So that leaves $1,538.93 I could throw into post-tax investing. Adding in those 403B contributions means that I will have $2,248.93 in total going towards investing for me in November, making my savings rate, again, 42%. 52.97%, just a little bit under that 50% mark that I would like. But again, hopefully I'll have some extra income from somewhere, or maybe I won't spend quite $1,000 while I'm in Sweden. We'll just see how things work out. Last month of the year here, let's go. All right. December 2023, and then we'll go over all of the annual totals here for the year. So 2-paycheck month for me, $6,800 W-2 income there, not expecting an AdSense payout for December, but I am going to cash out all of my rebate apps that I use in December. So judging by how much I'm getting this year and the fact that I have already cashed out a couple times earlier this year in 2022, I'm thinking I should get about $200 from all of these apps if I just wait and cash them all out at one time in December. So that'll be the only extra like side hustle income there for me, making my grand total gross income just over $7,000. Again, taxes and deductions for December should be about $800, and my 403B plus match, $710 there. Now, one thing that I did not calculate into this budget is that we do typically get raises in September at my job, but honestly, I'm not sure if they're gonna do it in 2023. They gave out several raises in 2022, so yeah, I didn't want to budget for that just in case they decide not to do it. Anyway, moving on down, my net income that I should be able to budget for in December is $5,518.27. My fixed expenses, the only extra expense that I'll have for December is again the semi-annual car insurance payment, and that should be about $520 there. Variable expenses, just the attorney fee, $500. Debt, just my car payment, $555. So this leaves in December $2,100 that I could throw into post-tax investing, and the total to investing with the 403B contributions would be $2,813.27, making my savings rate in December just barely over 50% at 50.49%. So that was the month by month what I'm expecting for my annual budget in 2023. Let's take a look at the totals for the year. This is super exciting, y'all. Okay. Cheers first. So again, this is something that I have never done before on the channel, but my gross income from my job, if I just work my baseline 3 nights a week and pick up 0 overtime, should be for the year $88,619.70. That is a very good income for a single person, I feel like. I mean, my living expenses here in North Carolina are not super high, as y'all can see from my mortgage payment only being $735, right? But yeah, I am not typically a 6-figure earner, but I still have enough income that I really feel like I can invest aggressively and achieve financial independence and retire early, and I'm very grateful for that. So if you factor in also the retention bonus that I'm getting in January 2023, my total gross income for the year is going to be just over $92,000, and this is baseline just working my minimum shift for the year. AdSense, this is the YouTube income. Judging by what I have brought in thus far in 2022, I'm expecting the income to be the same for 2023, although likely it should go up a little bit, right? But I'm just going to budget for $700 there. My affiliate income from Amazon affiliate, I do not earn hardly anything there just because my channel is so small, but still wanted to count it. The $25 counts. My referrals from my apps and brokerages that I use, like M1 Finance, I have a referral for them down in the description box below. I really like them, and I'm expecting to get maybe $100 for referrals in 2023. And again, cashing out all of the rebate apps that I use where I scan in receipts, about $200 there for the year. So, you know, total extra side hustle income is $1,025 for 2023. That's a good chunk of change. Making my grand total income should be a little over $93,000 for 2023. So moving down, the taxes and deductions are not correct. Let me fix that for the total here. All right, I fixed that formula there. And I also noticed when I did that, that I forgot to account for extra taxes and deductions on those 2 months that I get my 3 paychecks in a month. So I had been budgeting $800 a month for my taxes and deductions, but I went ahead and bumped that up to $1,200 for those couple of months that I get the 3 paychecks. So oops, just noticing that now, but I fixed it. Anyway, annual totals for the taxes and deductions in that case are $11,800 there. My 403B contributions plus the match annually should be about $9,200. Moving down to the net income I should have to work with in 2023. $72,144.70. The annual fixed expenses totals here for the mortgage is going to be $8,820, utilities $1,800, internet $720, gas $1,500, food and household $7,200. If I can stick to that $600 a month, I'm gonna try. Phone, why did it not calculate this? Okay, let me fix that, sorry. Okay, there we go. I know I could have just typed the 240 in since I only pay my phone bill once a year, but still, for consistency's sake, I wanted the formula to be correct. I'm weird. Anyway, $240 annual expenses for my phone. Car insurance, annual expense total, $1,040 there. My LLC, annual reports, just a one-time thing, $203. Tax prep, one-time thing, $240. Annual fees, my Scott's Cheap Flights and ARDMS registration, $307.43 there. Personal spending, if I spend that $170 every single month, means a little over $2,000 for my personal spending for 2023, meaning my total fixed expenses are just over $24,000 for the year. The variable expenses annual totals are thusly: the attorney fees, again, if it ends up being $9,000 for the visa process for my fiance, then I'll pay half of that, and that's $4,500 there. Sweden trips, if I go 3 times in 2023, budgeting $3,000 for that. Veterinary, I'm budgeting just for the one-time annual expense for Bjorn and Rollo, but you know, you could always have an emergency or something. But still, this whole annual budget here is just an estimate based off of the baseline expenses that I know are happening. So I'm budgeting $1,000 for that annually for veterinary expenses in 2023. And the salon total, if I end up going in January and February as much as I think, that should be $240 there. So variable expenses total for the year, $8,740. Total to debt for the year, my mom budgeting $9,400 to send to her. I'm hoping that by the time January rolls around, I will owe a little bit less than that, but I wanted to be careful. So I budgeted for $9,400 that I still owe her when January comes around. Total that I should send to my car if I pay the $555 minimum every month is $6,660. The only way that this will change potentially is if the market completely recovers and we are back at all-time highs in 2023 at some point. Now, I don't expect that that's gonna happen, so that's why I budgeted for the $555 every month. As long as the stock market is off of all-time highs, I much prefer to send all of the extra money that I have every month towards investing versus paying off low-interest debt. And the interest rate on my car is 1.98%, so it makes no sense really to pay it aggressively right now. So total to debt for 2023 should be $16,060. So my post-tax investing amount that I should be able to do in 2023 is $23,234.27. That is amazing. It's not as much as I have invested in 2022, but you know, I had some crazy life situations happen in 2022 where I sold my old house and bought this house and threw a ton of money into investing for 2022. So this is a smaller number of post-tax investing, but still, I will be really happy if I'm able to achieve this number. Total to investing with the 403B plus my employer match for 2023 should be $32,434.27. So that's a great number right there. I'm excited. And my average savings rate for 2023 should be 44.79%. So y'all can see here that this is a little bit shy of my 50% goal. So, you know, I should bring in some extra money somehow in 2023. I have a feeling that I will pick up extra shifts here and there. If 2022 and 2021 are any indication, then yeah, I will probably get some overtime at some point in 2023. Honestly, I did so much overtime in 2021 that I earned well into the six figures. So it makes a big difference when I'm able to get that overtime, and it happens. So I'm expecting it to happen at some point in 2023. So hopefully it will be enough that I can get this average savings rate for the year up over that 50% goal that I have in mind. Okay, if you are still with me after all of that, cheers to you, because the footage there just of me looking at the annual budget spreadsheet was 57 minutes long for me to edit through later. So this is going to be such a long video. Cheers if you guys are still with me.
Hey, listen!
And if you have made it all the way to the end of this video and are still watching, then I will give you another treat that I have never done before on the channel. So at the time I am filming this video, I do still have one paycheck left to receive for 2022, but I will show you, since overtime is such a big variable for me, I will show you how much of a difference that it makes. So here is my annual gross income that I have earned thus far from my job in 2022. Y'all can see that the overtime does make a big difference. So considering I have one more paycheck coming, I am very close to six figures this year. Now, I mentioned in 2021, I was well over six figures, but most of the overtime that I got in 2021 also came with bonus pay, and there was a stint there where I was working pretty much 8 weeks in a row with no days off. So y'all, nobody can say that I don't have a good work ethic. If the overtime opportunities pop up, I tend to take them, but I do have big financial goals that I'm trying to achieve, so it helps when I can get that overtime. So that is why I was so excited to make this 2023 annual budget, because the overtime does make a difference, and knowing all of these financial goals that I have set for myself in 2023, just the fact that I was able to do that annual budget based off of the minimum amount that I'm expecting to bring in, and it looks like I would still be able to achieve the goals that I set out for myself in 2023 just from working my minimum. That's motivating for me, to help me stick to my goal to have at least a 50% savings rate, barring a few variables, and my goal to do a low spend 2023. And I am actually thinking of setting another soft goal for myself, since doing this annual budget makes it seem like it's possible. I would like to set kind of a soft goal for myself to invest at least $35,000 in 2023. There are portfolio reasons why I want to do this, but yeah, I would like to make that a soft goal for myself in 2023 as well. I have already done a few videos about my 2023 financial goals, so I will link to those at the end of this one if you're new here and missed them. And I think going forward in 2023, to hold myself accountable to this annual budget that I have made. Projections are one thing, but especially considering the income could vary by quite a lot depending on how much overtime I get, I do want to reconcile this annual budget against my actual numbers that come in every month. So like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you've been with me for a long time on the channel, you'll know I have never showed my actual income from my job. I've never shown my individual paychecks on the channel publicly, and I'm not going to start doing that now. I was okay making this video just because all of this is basically a projection, but when it comes to reconciling this annual budget every single month, I do want to make this a channel member only feature. So if you're a member of the channel, then congratulations, you get to hold me accountable to this annual budget as well next year. What I plan on doing is, if you are at the membership level of the Fire Fam, then every month we will take a look at this annual budget, and I will insert a column next to whatever month we're in, and I'll plug in my actual numbers so we can see every month where I'm at as far as the spending goes and the income goes, so that way I can hold myself accountable to all of these financial goals that I've set. That is the trouble that so many people run into, right? They set these lofty goals for themselves at the beginning of the year, and then they really have no way to hold themselves accountable for it throughout the year. So that's what I'm going to do. That way, if things start to go off the rails a little bit, then hopefully I can course correct as the year goes on and still be able to achieve the goals that I set for myself. Now, if you're not a channel member, then I do still share a lot of things on the channel publicly. I go over my real numbers every single month with my budget. I just don't show the actual paycheck, the net income that I'm bringing in. And I don't individually show the amounts that I put into all of my different brokerage accounts. That is also a channel member feature, but I do still share my percentage progress towards my FIRE number with you guys and my savings rate every single month. So if you're not a channel member, then you still get to see all of that every month. So yeah, that should cover it for this one. I have so much footage to edit through, so let me go ahead and get working on that. If you have made it all the way through this video, then I truly appreciate you guys watching. I think 2023 is going to be a great year for me, so I hope that you guys will leave me a like down below and subscribe and follow me on this financial independence and retire early journey. I'll catch y'all in my next video, guys. Bye.